Hello everyone! Today we're going to be taking a look at some clever ways that you can turn the tables on your enemies by using their abilities to your advantage. Let's start by having a look at Genji. He can be a massive pain to fight against thanks to his combos that he can pull off for large amounts of damage, and these combos normally start with him using his deflect midway through a fight. His deflect ability is active for 2 seconds, and in 2 seconds you can do a lot. Let's have a look at which heroes can reload their guns in 2 seconds. It's worth noting that the numbers may not be exact, however they're pretty close, and obviously Hanzo, Reinhardt and D.Va have not been included. So that was pretty quick, and if you didn't pick up on what was going on, basically every hero except for Roadhog, Junkrat, Ana, Torbjorn and Bastion in turret mode can fully reload their guns and begin shooting again within 2 seconds. For the 5 that I just listed, don't try and reload unless it's necessary if you ever find yourself fighting a Genji while he's deflecting. He'll be able to get an easy shot off on you before you even have the ammo to fight back with. On the topic of Genji deflecting, there are some heroes that can still damage him while his ability plays out. Winston, Zaya's beam, Reinhardt's charge, Mei's primary fire, Genji's dash and Symmetra's primary fire can all damage him while he's reflecting with no problem. Also, I didn't realise this, but Reinhardt's hammer swing doesn't actually damage Genji while he's deflecting. The more you know. So next up, let's have a look at Reaper. With his Wraith form, it's pretty easy to get the upper hand. His Wraith lasts for 3 seconds, meaning that every hero in the game can reload their guns comfortably, ready to re-engage in the fight. Reaper can't reload his own guns while in Wraith form, so this should quickly give you the upper hand while going for round 2. I also wanted to find out how much healing you could potentially get from each healer in only 3 seconds. Ana is able to do about 400 healing from the moment she throws her grenade, Lucio is able to do 119 from the moment he starts to amp it up, Mercy can get you up an extra 186 health, and Zenyatta can only manage 90. If you have an Ana or Mercy on your team that's nearby when Reaper wraiths, there's a large opportunity for you to get most, if not all of your health back. So the next tip is something that most of you have probably experienced. You're on Hanamura, you're playing Reinhardt, and a Mei keeps putting up her ice wall to block the entrance onto the courtyard. This is actually a great opportunity for you to recharge your shield, but how many points will it recharge by? Well, Mei's ice wall lasts for 4.5 seconds, and if Reinhardt was to take down a shield at the exact moment Mei put her wall up, it would regenerate a whopping of 511 points, which is a quarter of his entire shield health pool. Now let's have a look at something a bit different, Winston's ultimate. When you have a drug-induced ape leaping towards you at the speed of light, your first response might be to run away, and rightly so. However, if you're a hero that can withstand the beating he gives you, it can be a great opportunity to farm some ultimate charge off him. With the most health in the game, it's easy to make him your bullet sponge and watch the ultimate charge rate go ticking up at a gloriously high speed. Obviously, I wasn't to test all the heroes in the game because that would take forever, but I ran some tests on a couple of people to give you an idea of the numbers we're dealing with. If Tracer emptied magazine after magazine of her bullets directly into Winston's heart, insert Harambe joke here, then she can actually gain 94% of her ultimate back. That's basically her entire ultimate ready to go straight away again, and she can make up the last 6% without a hitch. Next up, we tested Roadhog. While not as impressive as Tracer, he was still able to rack up a total of over 50% of his ultimate, and I'm sure that a fat self-heal would be able to boost that up to 70%. Right after that, we have everyone's least favourite Arctic scientist, who, if able to freeze and headshot Winston, can make back a whopping 60% of her ultimate. She doesn't put out enough firepower to kill Winston though, so he might just smash you to pieces as soon as you're reloading. Shooty McShootface was up next on the testing bench, and if he was able to land all of his shots in a Helix rocket, he can make up a total of 50% charge. And the last hero we tested was Junkrat. If he was to shoot as many bombs as he could, throw a concussion mine and also manage to trap Winston, he can nearly clear the 70% mark. I know, I missed the trap in the footage, no need to tell me about it. It's safe to say that most heroes in the game can make up about 50% of their ultimate charge just by shooting at Winston if they were to hit every shot. Obviously, this situation would never crop up in an actual game, but the idea still stands that shooting a rage-induced Winston is a great way to farm off some easy points. The last thing I want to talk about is Zaya's barrier and her projected barrier. They both last for 2 seconds as long as they haven't been destroyed, and while the barrier is up, there's really not a lot that you can do since you don't want to feed her charge. Thankfully, we've already done the maths with Genji, but let's remind ourselves of who can reload in 2 seconds. Roadhog, Junkrat, Ana, Torbjorn and Bastion in turret mode all miss out on being able to reload safely. So if you're playing one of these characters, try not to end up in the middle of your reload while she's running at you trying to crush your face between her bare hands. That's going to wrap it up for this video. If you enjoyed it, feel free to leave a like. If you have something to say, then don't be afraid to write something in the comments section, and if you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them. Thank you all for watching, and I hope this helps you out in the future, and I'll see you all next time. See ya!